Good morning, students. How are you all? Students, I'm your new English teacher and my name is Manju Godara ma'am. Okay, you can call me Manju ma'am also. Students, because of coronavirus, we will be interacting online. But in case of any doubt, I request all of you to please ask your queries anytime. Okay. So students, let's start our journey. Fine. With a very interesting topic we'll start. We'll start with the chapter from your supplementary reader, that is lesson number 4, and the name of the lesson is Quality, which you can see here on the screen. And this chapter is written by Mr. John Galsworthy. Fine. Student, it is a simplified and abridged version of the story written by Mr. John Galsworthy. Now, let me tell you what is the meaning of abridged. Fine. Student, abridged means a piece of writing having been shortened from the main writing, which means this story is just an extract from the main story. Okay. So students, let me tell you more about Mr. John Galsworthy. This is the picture of Mr. John Galsworthy. Fine. And this is one more picture. So let's discuss something more about Mr. John. Okay. Student, Mr. John Galsworthy was an English novelist and playwright. He was born on 14 August 1867 and died in 1933 at the age of 65. Fine. He wrote several successful plays that examine social and moral themes. Okay, his famous works include The Forsyte Saga and its sequel, a modern comedy, and Of the Chapter. And students, he also got Nobel Prize in Literature in 1932. Fine. And students, this is a few more interesting facts about Mr. John Galsworthy. Okay, and these are the pictures of the movies based on his books. In fact, lots of movies have been made based on the books written by Mr. John Galsworthy. And name of few movies are like this one. The picture which you can see on your screen is That Forsyte Woman. Another one is Escape. This is another movie, A Summer Story. There are other movies also which were made on his books. Okay, I have just downloaded these few pics for you just to give you an idea. Okay, and students, Mr. John Galsworthy has also written about women's right and animals' right. Okay, in his few writing, he also mentioned about prison reforms. Fine. In 1917, when he was awarded with knighthood title, he refused to take that title. Do you know that? But later on, he accepted two awards, and those are Order of Merit and Nobel Prize in Literature in 1932. Okay. So students, let's start with the chapter. I'll tell you a brief summary of the chapter Quality. The name of the chapter which we are starting today is Quality. And the main characters of this story are John Galsworthy, Mr. Gazzler, and elder brother of Mr. Gazzler. Fine. These are the few main characters of the story. Fine. Basically, students, in this story, we can see two traditional German shoemakers, fine, who did not compromise with the quality and the craftsmanship. But finally, in the end, they met the sad fate of extinction. What is the meaning of extinction? Yes, it means vanished. Okay, and because this that age was the age of marketing, advertisement, and not by working hard. People used to do business by doing lot of advertisement of their work, fine. So basically this is the story of sheer commitment, determination. The theme of this story is commitment, determination, loyalty, honesty, and loss. In the end, it is loss. Okay, this is the a brief summary, and this is the first picture of the chapter, which you can see in your book also. In this story, students, the narrator visited Gazler Brothers' shop to get a pair of Russian leather shoes. Mr. Gazler showed him a fine golden Russian leather piece. And after the narrator gave his nod for the leather, that he really liked the leather, he said he will get his shoes tomorrow fortnight. Then one day the narrator went to their shop and told him that the shoes bought by him earlier from their shop had got cracked. Okay, in this picture they were having this conversation. After a long pause, Mr. Gazler asked him to bring those shoes to him. He assured that he will repair them or he will give the money back. Students, you can see how honest these Gazler brothers were, right? Then after some days, he went to their shop again, but this time he was wearing some ordinary pair of shoes, which he bought in an emergency from somewhere else, from some other shop. Okay, but Mr. Gazler, he at once recognized those shoes, okay, which he was wearing, and said that he had not made these shoes. He touched a particular point on the narrator's shoes and asked him if it hurts from there. Students, here for the first time in the whole chapter, he showed his contempt about the large firms, about the large companies. He said that they do shiny advertisement but sell inferior quality of products. So students, the shoes which the narrator bought last time lasted for almost 2 years. Okay. And this time when he visited the shop, he got a shock when the younger Gazler brother informed him that his elder brother had died. Okay. Students, the narrator felt so bad that he ordered several pair of shoes this time. It took longer time for the younger Gazler to make the shoes, but the quality was improving day by day. Okay, the quality was much better this time. When the narrator came back from abroad, okay, this is the last picture of your chapter, which you can see in your book also. And when the narrator, students, he came back from the abroad, the first shop which he visited was the Gazler brother, their friend's shop. Okay, this time Gazler was looking much older. He was almost of 60, but he looked like as if he was 75, and he was unable to recognize the narrator. The narrator gave a huge order this time too. And students, he had to wait for a much longer period of time, but of course the quality only gets better and better from the last time. After a week, while passing that small street, the narrator thought of visiting the Gazler brother again. that shop again, just to compliment him, just to appreciate his work, just to compliment him that the shoes which he had made were perfect. The last time the shoes which he had made for him were perfect. Fine. But he got so disturbed to see that the nameplate was no longer there, and saw that a young Englishman was sitting in the shop. Okay, instead of Gessler brother, there was a young man, Englishman, who was sitting in the shop. When the narrator inquired about Mr. Gessler, and he got a shock when he heard that the younger Gessler has also died. Okay, he also died. Young man, he told the narrator. Then students, the young man told him that Gessler brother died from starvation. Starvation means hunger. He died because of hunger. He used to devote himself to shoemaking so much that he almost forget about everything else. And students, whatever little money he used to earn, it went either in the rent or buying leather. So the narrator and the young man agreed that the Gessler brother made a very good quality of boots. So in the end, students, we can say that it is a story of sheer commitment, hard work, honesty, and dedication. Right? So students, I hope you understood the story well. Right? And this is one more slide which I have made for you, and in this you can see the pronunciation of pronunciation of some difficult words or some different words which is used in the chapter. Fine, that is id means it, you can pronounce it as it. Dem means them. Bis is peace. Brother is brother. Fortnight means for tonight. Zend means sent. Okay, so this is the different kind of pronunciation which is basically used in the chapter, but it means same. Okay, you can also see in a small column of your book. Okay, which we will discuss in the next class, and this is the brief summary of the chapter. You can go through this chapter, you will understand the things better. Okay, so students, I hope you understood the story which I just explained it to you, and in case of any queries, students, you are free to ask me anytime. Fine. Thank you.